All right, all right. What's going on, party people? Ha ha. Whoo. Busy. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I'm missing some documents here. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. All right, all right. Word on documents for tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have this at 1 o'clock and I don't have any documents. Oh, we got to get them docs to me. What's going on? What's up, party people? Yeah, yeah. Doing good, doing good. All right, got to get my nerd look going on here. Oh man, 6 closings for tomorrow. That is the first time I've ever had that happen. I don't think I've ever had 6 closings on a Saturday. Six. Where my stuff at? Oh, there it is. And I got my fritter. Woo. I'm only eating half a fritter tonight. And anybody know what these are? Come on now. Anybody know what these are? Anybody know what these are? Somebody got to know what those are. If you from down south, you know what those are. If you from down south, not south, down south, you know what these are. There you go, Shannon. That's right. The muscadine grapes. Oh boy. Yeah, I just bought some, man. Those are some good grapes. I love them. I love them. I love them. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow is a rare thing. I actually have 6 closings tomorrow. It was 7, but one of the hey, my man here, he got 4 tomorrow. Okay, excellent. So I had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I had 7. As y'all can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Had 7. And this one's gonna get pushed down to 4:30. That one's at 4:30 now. And then my 11 o'clock got canceled. So I now got some breathing room. I don't know why it got canceled. It just got, that's why I was late hopping on, because just as I was getting ready to click the button, I got an email saying my 11 o'clock is canceled. They didn't have the docs ready, so that's probably why they canceled it, because they actually didn't have the documents together. That was from Signature Closers. So I got 6 tomorrow, and basically my times are 8 a.m., 10, 1, 3, 4:30, 6. So I'm hoping to get me my 1 o'clock close documents, and I'm checking now to see. It looks like I don't have my 5 o'clock, and I don't have my 1 o'clock, so that's a problem there. I got my 6, I got my 3, I got my 10, I got my 8, and then I got the one from Signature Closers, which is oh oh I'm sort of double booked. Oh snap! I might have to slide by that guy early by 9:30. I didn't realize this. Oh snap! I forgot to put him on my thing. Now his is only 2 pages. So no, I'm just look, I'm being transparent with y'all. Yeah, I got, oh man, I just realized that I got 2 at 10. in the morning, a two pager. Shoot, where is he located at? All right, so I'm gonna have to get out to him early. Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna get out to him early and and all of that. So I get out to him early and I call him up and ask him, hey, can I slide by? Yeah. And then I go over there to the one at 10. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. So let me change the color on this on my calendar so I'll know. So I can, okay, there we go. So I got two different colors now. So I'll know that. Oh man, that happens sometimes. So now I got one, two, three, four. Got one, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta delete you. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm back to seven. I'm back to seven, y'all. Yeah, I'm tired. Okay, good, good. Sean, you had nine today. Yeah, today was a light day for me. I only had four. I had four. Had some house inspections. What's going on now? What's going on with you? I don't blame you. You're tired. I'm tired too. And stuff. So I'm gonna get all these documents prepped and everything that they got for me, and we'll see what happens on the rest of them. Matter of fact, let me go on and send a note to these people. Any word on docs? I gotta ask them because sometimes, because here's what I found out, y'all. All right, see, I told y'all things are popping. We got seven, we got nine, we got somebody with four tomorrow, so we got seven for the day. Got nine today. Got four tomorrow. I got seven tomorrow. And no, and this one is now seven. It's only a two-page affidavit that somebody didn't get signed during a regular closing. So I'm gonna just go there, have him sign. I probably won't even go inside and just have him sign it at the door once I download the documents and look at it. So it'll probably be one signature, two pages, one signature, scan. I don't even know if I gotta ship those back because sometimes stuff like that they be like, no, you ain't got to ship back. And matter of fact, maybe you take a look at it real quick anyway because I haven't even looked at that. So things are starting to come along and see. Saturdays used to be busy for me back in the day when I first got started. But what happened, got six tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. So things are changing. Now, if you are a notary and you're in these different areas, so those of you who got the signings for today and tomorrow, the multiple signings, put in the chat what city and state you're in. All right. So people can see where you're at and they can probably get an idea that, oh, I'm in that area too, because we got to figure out if Leo is getting six, okay, what's going on? Are you just not taking them? So Leo, Devin, um Sean, Smokey, just drop what city and state you're in, and so that way we can know, get an idea, because this way you can see you got Fort Worth, Texas. Now you got North Carolina. I know Smokey is out there in California. I don't know where Miss Mitchell is at, and I'm in Virginia. Okay, so you got me here in Virginia Beach. Let me put mine in there. You got me. I'm in Virginia Beach. So Smokey's Riverside, California. So you got from the East Coast going south down into Texas all the way to California. There's signings out there. So now the question is, why aren't you getting them? That's the question. Also, do me a favor. Okay, you're in Norfolk. You here with me? Gotcha. Yeah, and she knows it's been popping here. It's been popping. It's been popping like a big dog here. So also hit the like button, y'all. Share. Let everybody know. Got one in Blacksburg near Virginia Tech. Okay, you way out there. Way out there. Nashville, Tennessee. I'm taxed the heck out of signing service today. I'm telling you, the work is out here. Who is this company? I don't know. I don't forget what company this guy's with. Oh, the closer. All right, yeah. Okay, so let me open this. Let me look at this file real quick and see how many pages is this two-page thing tomorrow. Um, okay, yeah, one signature, notarize. I'm done. So I'm gonna prep this, get there, put the ID in, sign it, stamp it, and we done. And then he got to answer one question, and that's it. So, matter of fact, and I'm gonna just go on and print this now. So go ahead on and print that. I got my fritter. I'm good to go. I am good to go, y'all. So we see that there's work out here. And just so y'all can get a clear understanding that I'm not playing. So y'all see here. So one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's this week. That's this week. 23, 23. So would have been 24 if the other one didn't get canceled. So that's what we got going on. Now, I'll be honest, my 4:30 might get canceled. Well, two of them might get canceled because there ain't no docs. So if I ain't got no docs, and it's a weekend, so ain't no telling what's gonna happen. No telling what's gonna happen whatsoever. Get a bite of my fritter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 630 year to date. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you said something about driving because um people that complain about driving, you need to stop. The reason why is because there's people out here who do Uber, Grubhub, and they putting wear and tear on their car. And to be honest, I think they're putting more wear and tear on their car than what we would be doing because they're doing a lot of starting and stopping. And then if they got to constantly, depending on the car they have, if they don't have a car that can lock while it's running, a push button and then it can lock, they got to turn it off. And depending on where they go at, especially if they're delivering to apartment complexes, doing Amazon or UPS delivery or Walmart delivery, that means you got to turn your car off, run and take the stuff up, come back down, grab some more stuff, turn the car on, drive, get to your next place, turn the car off. That right there puts more wear and tear on your car rather than sitting at home, you get a notification, you drive home, you turn the car off, you go in there, print, get out, get back, turn the car on, drive for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. You're not doing as much starting and stopping as those people are doing. You're not doing nowhere near as much. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think, the argument that I'm putting wear and tear on my car, which you are, and you're going to do it anyway, especially if you're somebody who got to drive an hour to work. You're putting wear and tear on your car, and they're not compensating you at all, and you can't take a tax deduction on that at all. So you get into your business, and you're expecting your business to be something that doesn't require you to get up, get dressed, go out, and drive. You like, I just supposed to be sitting back at home, and that's why a lot of people want to do Ron. Not everybody, but there are some people that want to do Ron because they may have some issues with their car. Their car can't, if your car's not in good condition, then I get it. And then there's people again that I like to keep my car low mileage. There's women who are married to men who don't want a lot of miles on them cars for resale value. So all of these are factors that can interfere with you being able to go out there and do closings. And I know that because there was a young lady about 3 years ago that I talked to. She was in Georgia and she had a lot of orders that was coming her way, but she wouldn't take them because her husband didn't want her putting a bunch of miles on the car. So you're sort of stuck. You're stuck when you personally or your spouse, husband or wife, don't want you doing all that driving. And they worried about all of the extra oil changes, transmission flushes, and stuff that come along with it, the brakes, the tires. But that's a part of business. And that's why I know a lot of people, and I'm going to say it, a lot of young ladies are looking to have storefronts because y'all don't really want to do out driving. I'm not being sexist or anything. I'm just telling you what people tell me. A lot of young ladies tell me they don't really want to do that driving. They don't want to go over bridges, under bridges. They don't want to go near water. They don't even want to smell the water. They don't like being on the highway. They don't like going to certain neighborhoods. And there's some guys that tell me the same thing. The bottom line is you trying to make it to where everybody comes to you, but this is a mobile notary business and you got to go out to them. Then you got people that don't want to go in somebody's house. You don't want to go in their house. You don't want to go nowhere. Look, I was in the house tonight. Ooh, smelled like number two. Smelled like number two to the hilt. I'm telling you. You get that, okay? And that's not stuff we're used to. And then to get a business and you got to go, ooh, and you get hit with it. And it's like, and it feel like it's touching you and crawling on you. It's like, I get it. I get it. Then that's why I keep saying you're going to have to find something else to do. Because too many people are trying to make this business be something that is not just for them. And then you want to sit here and brag about it. Let's just say you're fortunate enough to where you made the business be what you want it to be for you. And now you want to sit here and sell people courses on how to make the business be what you made it to be for you. But hey, you can make it be what you want. And they're not even in the same city, state, or anything. You get what I'm saying? The situation is nowhere near the same. And then here's the thing, as some people should know, but like some people call me, hey, Griff, have you ever heard of this signing company? Never heard of them. Because some signing companies only work in certain areas. Not everybody is trying to work nationwide because they don't have the internal staff to handle all of those orders that's coming in. They don't have the staff to worry about keeping track of the Texas or the California or the Virginia or whatever, or up north and down. They don't have it. They just stick with a small little area. So you might be dealing with a signing company that I've never ever heard of, never will hear of, never will deal with because they just don't have any clientele that's doing business in my area. It's that simple. So not every signing company is known to me or to other people. So that's why it's hard for somebody to say, oh, here's how you can be successful in here. And here's the signing companies. And then this thing, and I'm going to tell y'all now, stop buying signing company lists. Stop buying those lists from them people who's selling it to you. And I don't care if those people get mad at me for saying this, because I done got too many daggone phone calls over the last 2.5 years of people saying I bought a list of signing companies and the websites are down, the phone numbers don't work, the emails don't work, ain't nobody answering. And then the people say, and then when they do get in touch with somebody, oh, we're on SnapDocs, or we're on signing order. So people are selling you a list and you're thinking that, oh, I got the list. Ooh, I got it. And I'm going to make all this money. And then you get there and it's like, oh, they out of business. You go to Notary Rotary, you got all those daggone companies up there. Ain't none of them in business, but they won't take them out. It's a waste of daggone time. A big waste of time. Just need to be on a signing company, SnapDoc, Signature, BankServe, Signing Order, CX Choice, Notary Go. You got to start somewhere. Okay, you got to start somewhere. This daggone Fritter good. Like I said, I got my muscadine grapes. Woo, got a whole pack of them. So my man says here, those folk have a partner with a good job. Correct, they do. They have a partner with a good job. That's the truth of it. People bragging about what they won't take in this, that, and the other. They got other money coming in. Because there ain't no daggone way You doing this business full time and you need $6,000 a month just to make ends meet, and you're turning your nose up at 85% of the orders that come in because they're not $150 or more. There ain't no daggone way they're surviving off of $1,500, $2,000 when they need six. They got other stuff going on. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they make it seem to you like, hey, I'm making all this money and I make $6,000 a month because all of the orders I get $150 or more. They lying. They just straight up lying. We have to treat it like a business and go get the business, not going, it's not going to come to us. That is correct. Initially, it's not. But I would say this: when you prove yourself, and this is what I'm talking about tonight about worth, when you prove yourself to the people who you went out and got, and you answered, and see, you say, well, how do I get business on a sign income? When they send the order out, you say yes to it. The order that I got tomorrow, the 2 pages, is only paying $40, but it's from a company, the closer, and I get a lot of work from them. So heck yeah, I'm gonna take it. They send it $40, I do it. It's $40 that I make that my competition don't make. It's business. It's not about friendship. It's business. So if I can make 40 and keep my competition from getting 40, woohoo, I'm happy with that. Because that's 40 more dollars that comes to me and not to somebody else. That's 40 more dollars that I put on my gas tank, pay for my paper, give to my wife, whatever I need to do with it. That's $40 more that I have for something that's important in my life because it's about me. When I'm running my business, it's about me. I'm not running my business and saying, "Oh, I hope everybody else." I do sort of hope y'all, but you better get it while you can. You better get it. You better get it because if you can't, that's on you. You want to sit here and sit back and whine and stuff. So, where is? Hold on, I got to pull something up for y'all. And feel free to ask your questions. You got your comments, all that good stuff. And where is my thing? Here it is. Now, I'm gonna play something for y'all from one of my favorites, John Maxwell. But I want you to listen carefully about communication. Okay. All right. So turn your speakers up. I think I got. Hold on. Let me make sure I got my stuff turned on because I didn't have it. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, now I got it. All right, so I'm gonna put my microphone on mute. Y'all take a listen um to what he's saying and let me know if you can't hear.
Great communication is assumption. Assumption is the mother of all mess ups. And let me tell you why. Assumption is the lowest form of understanding other people. When I assume I know what you want, when I assume I know what you think, it's the lowest form of knowing you. It's the lowest form of understanding you that I can ever have in my life. You got to find your people before you can lead your people. Leading people without finding people is assumption. I think I know what you want, so I'm going to provide what I think you want. Well, it's a miss. Leaders listen, learn, and then they lead. But the greatest hindrance to great communication is assumption. Assumption is the mother of all mess ups. And let me tell you why. Assumption is the lowest form of understanding other people. When I assume I know what you want, when I assume I know what you think, it's the lowest form of knowing you. It's the lowest form of understanding you that I can ever have in my life. You got to find your people before you can lead your people. Leading people without finding people is assumption. I think I know what you want, so I'm going to provide what I think you want. Well, it's a miss. Leaders listen, learn, and then they lead. But the
All right. So give me your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts on that. Assumption. Um, I believe that's what goes on a lot. A lot of the trainers are out here assuming that you want to make all this money. They assume that you want to be six figure. They assume that you want multiple businesses and they don't know what you really want. They don't take time out to get to know what you really want. That's why I always ask you questions. Anybody that's dealt with me, y'all know I'm okay. What do you got? Now I share with you stuff, but I tell you, and I give you my opinion, but I support whatever people want to do. There's people who want to do estate planning. Okay, let's figure out how to make it happen. There's people that want to do apostille. Let's figure out how to make it happen. There's people that want to do Ron. Let's figure out how to happen. And I'm the type that, okay, I'm gonna share with you what I've experienced as the ups and downs, so that as you go through your journey of figuring it out, you will at least know what you have an idea. Okay, let me be careful of this. Let me be careful of that. So we can all do assume, but I work really hard not to put myself in a position of assuming what's best for you. And I tell people all the time, go for it. Now you just say, well, Griff, you seem like, well, you tell people to get out the business. That's after you've told me what you want. I said, what do you want to do? Oh, well, this is how I want the business. It's not set up that way. Well, I only want to get orders that's $200 or more, and I don't want to, and I only want to drive 5 minutes from my house every time I do a closing. Okay, if you can find that, cool. And y'all know I say that. If you can find it, go for it. But I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. People tell me you need to stop doing so many orders. You're wearing yourself out. Okay, if there was more orders that were of a higher dollar amount, then I would hop on them. But they're not. So if I know I have $8,000 that I need in my household, then how the heck am I going to get it? I got to do what I need to do. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you have to do. You got to figure out what it is you need to do and then make it happen. So let me see if I can find, hold on, where is, oh, that's what happened. All right. So we're going to talk about worth real quick. Okay. We're going to talk about worth. And let me see here. Let's see. I took a cheap notary sign. It turns out the title company is in my neighborhood. Now they call me directly. Boom. You just never know how doing one order can open the door for you. Never know. And you never know what connections you will make as you go to these orders. Sometimes it's can turn out to be a good that is correct. That is 1000% correct. That's 1000% correct, because you get to sit there with them and they get to see your professionalism. They get to see how astute you are, and you coming in there. And it ain't about you dressing in the nicest suits and things of that nature. It's the activity. That's why my thumbnail says what? It's about you knowing isn't enough. You got to be able to put it into action. And a lot of people don't put stuff into action. So let me share this with y'all. Okay, so before worth, and that's why I call it understanding and determining worth. If people don't understand what worth is, then how can you determine what your worth is? Because people have different ideas about worth. So here's a definition of worth out of out of Gemini. And so worth encompasses various aspects. Monetary value, the amount of money something can be sold for. Intrinsic value, the inherent value based on qualities, usefulness, or importance. Moral or personal value, a value placed on a person's character, actions, or contributions. So depending on the owner of a title company or signing company or lender, how they look at worth could be one of these things or all of them or just two of them. And there can be even more factors involved depending on the person and how they was brought up. Most people right now, most notaries are here. Monetary value. They're like, I'm for sale. I'm for sale. Just buy me. You pay me 150, I'll go do it. But what they also look at is the intrinsic value, The inherent value based on qualities, usefulness, or importance. How useful are you? Are you actually able to do the job? If you cannot do the job, then you're not any use to me. I'll pay you 150, but if you can't get the job done, then you're not important to me. You have no value to me if you can't do the job. And we know that is a big problem because so many notaries are in Facebook groups whining about how they don't know how to do their job as a notary. And there's people in there who are connected to these title companies, connected to these signing companies, and they're looking at you saying, I don't know how to do my job, but I'm worth more. I'm worth a whole lot. I want all this money. I want all of these opportunities, but you can't do the job. And then they have this here moral or personal value, the value placed on a person's character, actions, or contributions. So, your character, do you show up on time? Or do you lie about stuff? I shipped the documents, or as Marcy said, somebody the lightning struck the mail the FedEx box and burnt the documents up, but then 3 days later or 2 days later, the documents that got burnt up in the FedEx box that got hit by lightning all of a sudden show up. You're sitting here shipping, saying you shipped the stuff and you never did. You sit there and say, yeah, I agree to scan back, but you never do. Character, your actions. They tell you, let us call us if you're at the table and there's a problem. You don't. You just leave and go to your next appointment and tell them it didn't happen. Well, why didn't you call us at the table? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize y'all needed me to do that. But we got you. We recorded the phone calls when you called us, and we called you and told you, make sure you call us. Make sure you call us if you have a problem at the table. It's in the instructions. So your actions show that you don't have any worth to them because your actions don't line up with what they need. So, and feel free to give me some feedback, y'all. Give me some feedback now. Tell me if I'm wrong in this. If I'm wrong in this, please. If you got other perspectives, but this is how I'm looking at this. You want this money, your value, you consider your worth based off of how much they're willing to pay you. I look at my worth as how often they're willing to choose me. How often are they willing to choose me? That's what I look at. How often are they willing to choose me? The more they're willing to choose me, the better it is for me. But if I'm not providing them with something of value, then guess what? They're not going to choose me. Okay. They're not going to choose me whatsoever. All right. So what do I mean by that? I wish I could. Right here. Accurate Group, 132 times. Almost Settlement, 86. Now, some of these companies are just one shot, like Cap Center, it was just a one shot deal. 57 times from CX Choice. Closing Day, 42 times. I don't even know if they're still in business. Coast to Coast, 52 times. DHI, that's on a direct client, that was 48 times. ENS Notary, 47. Eagle BPO, 31. Who's this here? First Class, 88 times. Global Agents, 42 times. 37 times. 21. 14. 10. 48 from Nationwide Signing Service. 36. 68 from Premium Closing Solutions. And it's way more than that. I just haven't put them in. Finished putting all of them in. Then you got Priority Title and Escrow, 153 times. 62 from Professional Notary Services. 105 from Signature Closes, which is way more because, like I said, I haven't updated this in a while. Signature Excel, 151. Simple Sign is 114. The Closer LLC, 191. This is what I'm talking about. Villa Title, 231. that says something about my worth. It says something about my worth. It says something about my worth, y'all. Because I'm looking at it as, will you pick me over and over again? In other words, I do the job, I do it right, I give you the value that you want, pick me again and again and again. That's what I'm looking at. So your worth, but if you're basing it all on dollars, and then looking at the Villa title, my average dollar amount out of them 231 is $114. Is that good? Is that bad? Who was one of 107 with the closer LLC? So I'm averaging 107 a pop. Is that good enough for you? Simple signings, 114 with them, averaging 94. Is that good enough for you? Signing Services of America, 36 of them that I have in here, averaging 104. Is that good enough for you? What is good enough for you to feel that they value you? See, you got to understand what worth is, and you got to understand how the people who are paying you look at worth. And when you understand in general what worth is and how they value worth and look at worth, then you can adjust what you do. But if they look at, if they measure your worth or the worth of a person who they're paying based on how prompt you are in responding back to them when they send you an email, regardless of whether it's a mistake on your part or they just send you an email, if they base it off of that, then boom. Then okay, cool. Just like I heard the story, and many of you heard it from Eric Thomas. He was talking about Dan, I forget his name, that owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. His thing is he sends you an email and expect a response back in 24 hours. If you don't get a response back in 24 hours, you out of the company. People have value. They put work. That's if you can't do that, then I want to have nothing to do with you. So you're looking at worth as just the dollar amount somebody's willing to pay you. They're looking at, I'll pay you the dollar amount you want if you give me a reason to. And many folk out here can't give people a reason. And see, here's the thing. You're so concerned about making somebody who you really don't have a relationship with pay you more money, but then the people who you worked for the last 5 years, you ain't doing nothing to make them pay you more money. You just accept what they give you. They sit there and tell you you're not worth 3%. You ain't done nothing to get 3% pay raise. We'll give you 0.5%, and you say nothing about it. But you start this notary business, and then somebody said, here's $85. Oh, nah. I'm worth more than that. Oh, are you? Well, how many closings have you? I mean, I ain't done nothing yet, but I've been to all the trainings. I've been to every conference. I go to every meetups. I'm at every cruise. I'm at every party. I'm at everything that we got going on out here in the notary world. Okay, so how long you been doing this? Well, I've been in the business for 9 months. How many closings have you got? How many notary assignments you get? Well, I ain't really done nothing because the prices ain't where I really want. I mean, nobody's paying me what I think I'm worth. But are they willing to pay you? I mean, yeah, they are. Okay, so then what do you feel you're worth? Well, I think I should be getting paid at least $200. Okay, what are you basing that on? Well, look at all the stuff that I did. I mean, I took all of this training. I bought all of this equipment that everybody else told me to. Okay, well, they told you to do that, and it's not necessary. You didn't have to do all of that. Well, every month I got a mentor, and I got a coach, and I got this, and I got all of these other expenses. Okay, but are those expenses justified and actually required to do this business? Well, that's what they said I needed to do to get business. Okay, so did they say what type of business you're supposed to get, the dollar amount? Well, they say when they do it, they getting 200. Okay, so are you seeing it? Well, no, but what are you seeing? 85, 95. Okay, and how many times a month are you seeing that? Maybe 10, 15 times. Okay, so 10 or 15 times you're seeing, we'll just go with the high amount, And let's bring up the calculator. Y'all know how I am. $95, $95 times 15. Okay. So you mean to tell me you can't at least make that a month? If you see it, you're not willing to at least try. Now, granted, people, I know what you're saying, but I apply and they won't, and this, that, and the other. We talked about that and we'll cover that. But I get it. Sometimes you say yes and they still don't pick you. Well, again, that goes back to, let me get back here. That goes back to the way you got your profile. If your profile looks like I'm a brand new notary, and the members, we talked about that. You got people putting in their profile the fact that they did all this other stuff. I'm a chief in the Navy. My husband used to be a manager of a Fortune 500 company, and I used to be executive secretary. Nobody don't care about all that. Them companies don't care about what your past life was. Well, I'm an on-time notary, and I'm a white glove notary, and I'm a blue collar notary, and all this, that, and the other. Okay, do you understand how to do the job? A lot of people don't ever mention that they understand how to do the job. They just talk about all the superficial stuff that some jackleg trainer told them to say, and it ain't really working for a lot of these people. It's not. You're giving people, yeah, I got 10 years as a real, I know loan documents because I used to be a real estate agent. And that's what I've seen in some people's profile. I got 10 years experience in on loan documents and 5 years experience as a notary. Okay, what did you do to get the experience for those 10 years? What did you do? You're not even saying what you did. All you're saying is I got 10 years experience on loan docs. Doing what? And then they got all these names of these title of these training companies that you went through. Okay, what does that supposed to mean? But back to the thing. You got $95 that you can be making. Why can't you take it? I don't feel that it's enough. Because I can pay you 150, but then all of a sudden you might not think my 150 is enough. I can pay you 200, but then all of a sudden you don't think my 200 is enough. Because what that tells me is that the moment you start making more, you're gonna spend more. And what happens to people when they start spending more, when they making more? They want more money. Y'all think people are dumb. These business owners know. Oh, okay. So if you can't manage your money at $95 a pop, there's no telling that there's nothing that tells me you're gonna be responsible at 150. Now, is it my job to be concerned about you? No, but it can affect me because you don't feel that $95 is enough. You've already overspent to be in a business and ain't made a dime. Now, all of a sudden, I give you an opportunity to make this money. And all you're going to do is pour it back into somebody else and put it in their pockets because they're supposed to be your mentor, your coach. And that's not even necessary. And you're going to keep flying all over the place to every conference, every get together. Nah. And even and when you're saying study the documents, what is it that we're supposed to study? Because again, depending on where you're living at and what your state law says, you're not supposed to be communicating stuff about the documents because it could be considered the unauthorized practice of law. There's nothing for me to study for. What is there for me to study in the documents that's supposed to help me do my job? Because my job is notarizing the signatures. So I studied the documents and I learned what this document mean. But again, as always, does my state law allow me to communicate stuff about the documents? And why am I communicating things about the documents when you have a loan officer and an escrow officer that should be doing that? That's their job. That's what they're getting paid for. They're the ones who put the document together. Because remember now, what's the process here? You are a random notary that's getting selected. All of a sudden, a notification comes out. You say, I'm available. You get assigned. And you don't even know it's coming from Wisconsin. And you're meeting them in your state that is not Wisconsin. And then next thing you know, you're supposed to make sure that they understand the documents. I know it makes a lot of people feel good that they know that information, and it can be considered impressive that, wow, you know this. It can be considered very impressive, and they might even pay you extra for doing it. But from a legal standpoint, because if we're doing this and we're supposed to be abiding by state law and we swore an oath to it, regardless of how we may personally feel, am I legally allowed to do this thing that I'm doing? And if I'm not, then why does it depress me that I'm not able to do something illegally? Because if it's not legal, it's illegal. That's the thing. And this is not about me feeling good when I'm in a closing. This is not about me trying to break up the awkward silence because I'm legally not allowed to communicate stuff about the document. And it's awkward that everybody's quiet and just signing, and then I stamp and then I leave. And some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle it. And you know what I do to break it up? So, what kind of dog you got? So, you got any grandkids? And I talk about the people's life. I'm not talking about the documents as I'm doing my thing. So, what kind of dog you got? Man, you seem like I got a pretty quiet neighborhood. Hey, I like the grass out there. This real hardwood floor, isn't it? I have those kind of conversations with people. I'm not sitting here. So here's this document, and this is this, and this is this, and this is that. And I get it. That some people feel that, oh, I need to rescue this closing. I need to make sure. And I'm not saying that my man Byron is doing this or saying this, but this is the general concept that I keep hearing when people say study the documents. When you say that, what is it that I'm supposed to study and learn about the documents? And then, of course, I'm going to ask, whatever you say that I'm supposed to study and know, is it something that my state wants me to do? Because if it is, then cool. Now, I will say this. If I'm doing that, in other words, studying and learning something that somebody else is getting paid to do, that's a problem for me. That's a problem that I'm getting paid $85 or even $150. Because if I'm getting paid 150, is it 150 to do the notarization, or is it 150 to do the notarizations and the escrow officer's job? That needs to be defined, because somebody might value what I do as a notary at 150. Okay, cool. But now you want me to talk about the documents, guide them through the documents, make sure they understand certain things about the documents. Then I need to be paid. So you're saying study so we don't miss signing where they need to sign. I'm told many times how often our people miss signing in proper places. Okay. And this here's the thing that I don't understand. And I'm not being funny when I say this. I truly don't understand. Um, Matter of fact, let me do this here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. It's, it's not it's not getting it. Okay, let me. So, hold on. Let me pull this up. I got a video right here that I did. Where do I sign? This video tells everybody where to sign. People sign documents at the end of some type of information that they need to read. No one ever signs documents at the beginning. And even on the old loan application, that signature that was at the top was at the end of a statement. See, this is the problem I have. I don't understand where people are saying, and not you, Byron, but people are actually coming in this business and saying, I don't know what they need to sign. When you sign loan applications, when you sign job applications, when you sign receipts at restaurants, you sign them all at the end of a set of statements or a statement that gives you the details of disagreement or about whatever, and then you sign at the end saying I agree to this or I understand it. When you go to the doctor, you sign at the end. So if a person is literally saying I don't know where to have them sign at, and you're just having them sign anywhere, you literally can't figure that out. Then how can you determine your worth? How can you actually calculate your worth when you can't even figure out where somebody needs to sign and where you need to sign? And there's a big old notarial certificate there. And at this time, you have not concluded that the notarial certificate is the area in which you need to fill out, which means to tell me if you've taken training from somebody, they did you a disservice. But again, they're going to say, oh, well, that's not my job to teach you how to figure out the notarization. And it's not my job to teach you how to figure out where people need to sign, but it's my job to help you to get more business. But then you don't know how to do the business of getting people to sign and you sign. So how the heck is that helping me get more business when I don't know how to conduct the business that I'm trying to get? Come on now, talk to me, somebody. I appreciate that response. And you're right. You're right. Not signing in the proper places. And see, let me just go on to pull this up real quick, y'all. And again, this still falls under the guidelines of understanding where you sign, where your worth. Okay, if you let me pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, so here's a sample document that I created, made up a while back. How did I'm trying to understand, and maybe y'all can help me with this. I'm trying to understand. You see something that has somebody's name here and a date, and you don't understand that they need to sign that. I can understand you like, well, do they? You could probably get thrown off because their printed name isn't here, but it's telling you these are the people. This is pertaining. This document is pertaining to this individual here, and they need to sign their name over here and print their name. Pull up my comment thing here, and they need to print that, sign their name here, and print their name there. My question is that if you're somewhat of a sane person, how do you not understand that? Why would you have them sign down here where it says Notary Public? You see Notary Public, but you're like, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to sign there. Then what's the whole purpose of you being there? Well, you're supposed to sign. How come you don't understand that you need to sign here, but yet you want to tell somebody you're worth $150? See, this goes back to the character. This goes back to the actions. This goes back to all of that other stuff that people value. I value somebody knowing what the heck to do. That's what they value. Where's that thing at? That's what they value. They value that. That's why I did this here. Oh, knowing is not enough. We must apply, meaning apply what you know. And this is the error. See, when you're talking about your worth, that means you've applied what you know and you've determined based on the application of the knowledge that you've gained that you're worth more. But if you haven't applied the knowledge that you've gained How can you say you're worth more when you haven't put forth any effort? Well, I need to get paid more than 85. Well, you may okay, the two page things that I get for that I got tomorrow for $40. Oh no, I need more money than that. You might realize by doing it, okay, yeah, $40 was good because I was in and out in less than 5 minutes. How much more do you need to get? How much more? I mean, you don't know enough to just go get somebody to sign something 2 pages. It's 2 pages, one signature, one notarization. One signature, one notarization. And that's not and you need what $150 for that? Why? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, I see a lot of people don't hopped out. They don't like it when I talk like this. They don't like that. I appreciate those of you who stayed in, but people, we was up to about 26 people when I started really. Oh, no, because see, what people want to hear is, oh, here's how you make them give you what you want. To if you apply what you know, why won't they pay you? And if they don't pay you, then you can move on. But you've learned something. You at least know because now you can go with experience and say, hey, next company, here's why I feel I should get paid this. But sometimes, and we know this, and let me come back to y'all real quick. We know this because people talk about this all the time. Millionaires and billionaires saying, well, I just came in and started off as a mail clerk. I just came in and started off working in a parking garage. I was a janitor for 40 years and now I'm the CEO. Whatever the case may be, we applaud them for starting down here and rising to the top, but you won't applaud yourself. You will not applaud yourself for starting at the bottom and then going to the top. You just want to start at the daggone top. And then you want to get mad at everybody who's telling you, no, you're not starting at the top with us. You're going to start here and you're going to work your hind parts up. Well, I ain't got time for all that. Why don't you? What have you done in your life that has made this moment in your life so critical that you're going to start a notary business? And the only way you can move in this notary business is that you got to get $200 a pop. And you ain't did jack for nobody. See, this kind of stuff pisses me off. This is the stuff that's hurting our business. And then you got these little punks out here running these training, mentoring, coaches things, pumping y'all up, making y'all think that, oh, well, yeah, that's what y'all need. Y'all deserve more. You're worth more. And you can't even get more at your daggone W-2. That's part of the reason why your hind parts are you doing what you're doing with the notary business, because you don't have what it takes to get more out of your W-2. They don't value at your W-2. So you're trying to find some value with this business and you're jacking it up. And the title companies and the lenders and some of the signing companies out there, they know this and y'all won't say anything. The NNA knows this, but y'all play this game and just keep people spending all this money, worrying about the next conference, worried about the next conference, worried about the next conference. And you're messing this industry up because you got people out here who don't understand it. And then you got all these trainers out here who don't want to do the business, who can't do the business for whatever reason. And what do? They want to start, come on in. And they constantly begging more and more people to come into business so they can keep making their money off of this jackleg training that they got that ain't helping nobody. If it ain't help y'all, what makes you think it's helping them? And then they're trying to partner with this person and partner with that person to get more and more people in the business who don't have even the heart for the business, that have no desire to do this business right. They're just trying to get a payday. Come on now. Come on now. You're right. I ain't tickling their ears. You're right. I ain't tickling their ears. See, if people want me to shut up, do the business right. If you want me to shut up, do the business right. Boy, even more people don't drop. See, people don't want to hear this here kind of stuff. That ain't what they want to hear. What they want to hear is here's the 5 steps to getting your worth. If you take this step 1, step 2, step 5, and if you do these 5 things and pay me $200, you will have the money that you want in this business. Oh, it will work. I promise you it will work. And once you do that, oh, I've got the other 5 steps over here in the vault. And once you pay me another $300, you'll get access to that. And if you sign up for my Facebook group, and you sign up for my mentor program, and you sign up for my book release, and you sign up for my disc release, and you sign up for the next 16 conferences that I do, you'll be on your way to be a multimillionaire just like me. Let that sink in for a little bit. But all along, you got a notary who's looking at a document and they don't know that John is supposed to sign here and they are supposed to sign here. And because they don't see the word stamp over here, well, I ain't stamping it. Didn't tell me to stamp. What does your state law say? Well, my state law says I'm supposed to stamp. Well, if they want me to stamp, they should have put it on the daggone on the document. I ain't stamping it. And then it gets kicked back. They tell you, hey, you need to put your stamp on there. Well, you didn't say put the stamp on there. If you wanted a stamp on there, I would have did it. How many of y'all know people that be doing that crap? Put a 1 in the chat. How many of you over the, it don't mean it was whether it was recent, could have been 2 years ago. How many of you know heard of people saying that kind of crap? But then here's the thing. What did we say? Intrinsic value, the inherent value based on qualities, usefulness, or importance. You are not useful if you can't do your daggone job. If you're going to be argumentative about what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to stamp this. Well, you didn't tell me that. You're supposed to sign in cursive. You didn't tell me that. It didn't say notary signature. It just said notary public. So I printed my name. And then y'all wondering why they don't want to pay your hind parts. More the placed on a person's character, actions, or contributions. You are contributing to the success of that company when you won't do your daggone job right. But yet you want somebody to pay you money. So how can you see if you don't understand worth, how can you determine it? And actually, because you don't understand worth, you've already determined your worth with these companies, which is not that high. Because I understand worth, because I understand what they're concerned about, because I understand what my role is and how I can help them. That's why I can get 6 signers on a Saturday or 7. That's why I can go from $40 to $150 or even more. Because I understand, here's the thing. Each company values what we do at a different level. So what I've learned to do is understand how these companies understand or value what I'm doing for them, and I work it to the best of my ability. So I know these companies over here, okay, I'm gonna have to do 15, 20 of those with them. These companies over here, I'm gonna have to do maybe 8 to 12 with them. This company over here, okay, I know they're gonna come in at about 110. All right, do as many as I can. I already know this company, I'm gonna have to do them on a weekend because I can't get nothing during a weekday. Why? Because the other notaries who like to do signature closers and can get them orders faster than me, they're gonna eat up them $85 orders. But guess what? They ain't gonna want to do them on a weekend, and that's fine. So I'll grab them on a weekend, and I'll do them. I'll do them the ones out in Suffolk where I got to drive 45 minutes one way. I'll go out there and do them. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm making my money. And then those companies are like, hey, cool. We got a good one here. And then when an order comes up and I say, well, I can't do it at this time, but I can do it at that time. No problem. Hey, just call them and work it out. See, that's when you know they value you. When you tell them, I would love to do this order, but I can't do it at this time. I can only do it at that time because I'm already booked with 4 closings and I can't do it. But however, and I tell them, I said, if they're flexible, I can meet them at 8:30 tonight. Oh, you can't? All right, cool. You know what? Just set it up with them. That's why I did one last night on my anniversary. And the only reason why I did it, I had to do it because it got rescheduled. The guy couldn't do it 2 days ago or 3 days now. He couldn't do it when they went because of his work schedule. And they asked me, they said, are you okay with doing it? I say, yeah, I'll do it at 8 o'clock at night. And guess what? Me and him pulled up to his house at the same time. Got in there, got it done. And guess what? I even tell you this much. It was for cloud signings. It was for cloud signings. And I went and got it done, scanned the docs back. They told me, finally told me, it took them forever to tell me the docs was approved for shipping. So everything was squared away, sent them out today. They'll get them on Monday. See, when you give people what they need, which is quality, reliable effort, they'll be willing to pay you more. But if they can't depend on you, and see, everything that I looked up over the last couple of days about worth, determining your worth, was all about self-worth. In other words, how you view yourself. In other words, you got to look at yourself clearly and correctly. And if you can't be honest about who you are and the type of person you are, and as my wife says over and over again, would you hire you? If you walked in the door right now and said, I'm looking for a job as a notary, would you hire you? You know how it is exact copy of you. It is everything that you are right now walks in that door. Would you hire you to go work for you? And can you trust you to go out there and do it and not mess it up? Everything that you are right now walks in that door and says, I want a job. And would you hire yourself and trust? And can you trust yourself to go do it? There's nothing different about who just walked in the door because it's you. Can you? But yet you want somebody to believe that you're worth something and you don't even trust your daggone self. See, you're letting these notary gurus, fake gurus, get you all wound up with this false hope and this false narrative. And then you try to implement it and then you realize that the crap don't work. And then you hop in these forums and you want to get upset with everybody. And then you get mad at the notaries who are out here working, irregardless of the dollar amount they're making. But you get upset with them because here's the thing. You get mad at them for taking a $60 order, but then you're also upset that they're getting 150. How come you get picked for that? What's wrong with you? I mean, what are you doing? You must really be kissing up to them. You must be really giving them a whole bunch of fritters every Friday, giving them a whole bunch of muscadine grapes, giving a whole bunch of water bottles every Friday. I mean, I don't understand how come. I don't know what you doing to get them orders. I mean, you ain't all that. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. That's why I take the orders that I take. Because even if I didn't do the $60 orders or the $40 orders, some of these suckers out here will find a reason to still complain. Well, what makes you so special that you get $125 a pop? You must be working direct. No, I'm working signing companies. What signing companies? Signing companies paying you like that? Yeah, because you believe that false narrative that I'm about to say something, but your trainer said you believe that bull, and they got you thinking that the only way to make money in this business is to work direct. But you don't have the character to work direct. They look you in your eyes and they see you ain't about nothing. They see the way you dress. They see the way you come in there. You come up in there, how fancy up in here. Wow, man. Hey, boy, y'all must be making some money. You don't go in there introducing, showing people with that ghetto stuff, trailer park stuff, telling the daggone front desk receptionist, well, if you hear about some jobs, call me. That ain't their job to call you to, hey, we got this work. You ain't paying them. Here's a donut, and I can give you some more donuts if you keep calling me about the lazy tail behind. Mm-mm-mm. So the bottom line is this: if you don't understand what worth is, you'll never be able to properly determine it because you have the wrong concept and understanding of what worth is and what other people view and how they define worth. And if you don't understand how the company that you're working with or for, if you're W-2, If you don't understand how they look at worth and what they consider something worthy, then you'll never be where they need you to be in order for them to give you what you say you want. If they're looking for somebody with good character, and that's what they value, that's what they consider, that's what they put worth in, somebody with good quality, good character. But every time you turn around, your spouse in the hospital because you doing stuff physically to them, you ain't taking care of your kids, you got to keep leaving work because your kids are doing this, that, and the other wrong. Or every time you turn around, you got friends that keep getting you in trouble. You ain't got good character. You're more concerned about being with them than being what we need you to be so we can move you up. We see the talent. We see, take Ja Morant. All it took, boom. Next thing you know, he's an afterthought. And he'll never get the pop. I don't think he'll ever get the popularity that he once had because now all of the bad seasons, all the stuff that he did is that's right there, forefront of everybody's mind. Because it's like, how can we trust him? Because we gave him another shot, and then what he do? Out there again with the blinky. We're giving you all this, and you blowing it. Y'all forget that there are people who are very good judges of character. They can look at you and say, nah, nope. Nope. No, we're good. No, we don't need any. No, nope, we're good. We good. We don't need you. Carry hind parts on. No. And I can tell you that happens to me because people can look at me and say, you ain't for the mess. And we got a lot of mess going on here. Most places that got a bunch of mess going on, or they like to dominate over people, they won't have me in their organization because they know I'm going to push back. They know that I'm not for that. They can tell. They can like, no, we ain't gonna mess with him. As my parents say, you act like you've been there before. Yeah, that is correct. You have to act like you've been there before. And you're right, it is a numbers game. But the only number that most people can't concerned about is the overall dollar amount that they're getting paid. And if they're not getting paid this high dollar amount, so one of the character things is if you can actually do $200 work type of work at 95, that tells me a lot about you as a person. But if you can only give me the $200 effort because you're getting paid $200, and here I have an opportunity, but it's only worth 95, and you're basically going, and see, you're not giving anybody a $95 worth of effort. You don't know how to do that because you don't want to do that. You only know how to put forth effort if it's $200. You've never learned how to give proper effort at $95. So what are you giving them? Way below $95 worth of effort. There's nobody out here that wants $200 a pop and you never done and you won't do anything for under that. You have not learned how to give the proper effort and value at 95 because you won't do it. You don't want to do it. So when you are forced to, oh, I gotta take this order at 95. Just you don't put forth any effort. You're not happy about it. There's no joy. There's nothing. You're not appreciative of it. So the effort that you give for this order that's at $95 is actually probably worth a negative 10 or 20. It's not even worth a dollar amount because you don't care to do it. You only care to do the high dollar amount stuff. And because you're not getting it, you're not even gonna put forth effort. Well, when they pay me, I'll do it. When they pay me, I'll show up on time. They pay me, I'll scan back. They pay me, I'll drop it the same day. But if they ain't gonna pay me what I think I'm worth, they ain't getting nothing from me. Those are the people that them TMCs, trainer mentor coaches, are attracting into this business. I said it. Those are the kind of people they're bringing into this business. Men and women, black, white, young, old. Those are the kind of people because it and the notary source because you're trying to get them to click on your affiliate link so you can get paid some coins. And all it is a bunch of jackleg people coming into the business, can't do the business, won't do the business. So you're just like, oh, I can make money if I get other people to come into this con. Okay, yeah, come on in. I'm making money. Lying your butt off. You attract who you are, not who you want. That's what John Maxwell says. You attract who you are. So if you're wondering why these jackleg people are all in this business, look at the trainers. And you say, well, externally, yeah, externally they look pristine and proper, but in their heart of hearts, they snake oil salespeople. In their heart of hearts, who they really are, because some people know how to put on a facade. How you doing? That's how they really look. But to the camera and to everybody else, hey, oh, I'm telling you, this water here, this water here, I'm telling you, it's going to do you right, man. This trash municipal water that I found in the I'm making thousands of dollars off of selling this crap. And y'all don't think there's people in this business that's like that. Y'all don't think that there's people that are hoodwinking you. They know what to do. Make you feel that somebody's disrespecting you, make you think that you're worth more than what you are because you've paid me a whole bunch of money for this mess training, and get you all riled up. And again, ain't nan one of those daggone trainers ever came up with a plan to get you paid more. The only plan they got is you pay them so they can tell you, oh, do this and you'll get paid more. But it ain't working. Because if it was, every single notary who's taking that training will be getting paid $200 a pop. See, the question is, why aren't all of y'all getting paid $200 a pop after taking their training? How come all of y'all ain't taking advantage of these opportunities, whether it's estate planning, Ron, general, all of that? So that right there is an order coming in. Let's see who it is. Y'all know how we do it. Let's see what we got going on here. This is for the 29th. All right, 29th. Let me see. I forgot off the top of my head. I can't think. 29th at 4 in the afternoon. I can't do it because I am all ready. But and it's for $60. It is a refi. I know I just probably cuss a whole bunch of y'all out by saying it's a $60 refi. Can't do it because I am already booked at 4:30 and there's no way I can squeeze that in there. So what I'm going to do is let them know if flexible, I can do at 3 p.m. I am already booked at 4:30 p.m. It might work, it might not. We'll give it a shot. But you see here, 10:33 at night, order just came in. The order just came in at 10:33 at night for the 29th at 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'm already booked. I can't squeeze that one in. And yes, if I could, I would have took it. I would have took it for the 60. And if you don't feel that's beneath you, then let it be beneath you. And you'll sit your little hind parts over there waiting for the next order and the next order and the next order. While I'm out here making money taking care of my family. And you just sitting there whining and complaining about how disrespected you are. Nobody ain't targeting your hind parts. Oh, we're going to disrespect you by giving you a $60 order. We're going to present it to you to show you how much we disrespect you and we don't like you. I mean, if that's really your thought process, you got a problem. You got a problem. It's my man saying 50 to 215 to do the job right and to give you effort. Yeah, give all your effort. True, them TMCs talk so much about big dollars. That's what they are attracting. Correct. Grill, keep giving your best. Some will appreciate it, some won't. I know. If you're so right, you're sharing life lessons about integrity. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, you think about it, and this just hit me at this moment. If you actually think that they're purposefully targeting you, I know what I'm going to do as a signing company. I'm going to disrespect the notaries by sending out a $60 order to laugh in their face, to get under their skin and antagonize them. And it's to you. Yeah, you. You with the notary logbook. That's who it's for. Yeah, you with the notary stamp. You. That's who I'm targeting. You that got your business on Google, my business. Yeah. Every time I send an order out, that's low. That's a just quote unquote low fee. I'm doing it to piss you off. And if you literally believe that, then you got a major problem within your own psyche. You got a major problem. Something is deeply wrong with you. Deeply. And if you pick that mindset up from a person, somebody, they got a problem. All y'all aren't well put together. And I ain't sharing my fritters with you. It's just that simple. Mm-mm-mm. Something wrong. And it doesn't make sense, y'all, that you're going to spend money to be in this business. And within milliseconds of you getting in, the first thing you can do is complain about what they're not going to pay you. Well, they better pay me because they better pay me. I got something for. I mean, this is how people are coming into this business, and it's all centered around these TMCs. Because you sure enough ain't getting it from me. You ain't getting that mindset from me coming in here fussing about what you ain't gonna get paid. I mean, if you think about it, oh, you can be a notary. That's a YouTube commercial. You can be a notary. You can set your own time, but they ain't gonna pay you. Then why would I even bother with this? If the only way to get paid is to pay you about $1,000, that don't make any sense. There's no return on investment with that. Pay me. I mean, you got folk out here talking about a $2,000 12-week course. I've seen that every single year. There are at least 3 individuals that come up with these $2,000 or more courses. And I ain't just talking about the Andre Hackett dude, because his stuff is just way overpriced. And he overprices it so he can bring it down allegedly so that it makes it seem like it's a deal. But I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about all these other folk. They all of a sudden they got all of this stuff. I'm gonna teach you Canva. I'm gonna teach you this. I'm gonna teach you that. All this stuff, and they ain't taught you a daggone thing about being a notary. And if they do touch on it, they sprinkle a little notary fairy dust on your brain stem about it, but it ain't really nothing solid. And then when you get out there in the real world, and then you got a question for them, they ain't nowhere to be found. Oh, I'm down in Cabo. Oh, I'm on another cruise. Oh, I've heard about the notaries that be fussing be fussing at y'all when y'all start calling them and asking them questions. Well, I got to spend time with my husband. I got to spend time with my wife. I got to spend time with my kids. But you don't want it daggone want somebody to pay you $40 a month for daggone mentorship. And then when it comes time to mentor them, oh, I can't talk to you. Y'all are taking up too much of my time. I'm sorry. I can't. I got to go out here and do some other stuff with all the money that I made from y'all. I can't spend time with you. Oh, how dare you? Why would you put yourself through that? Why? To me, that's abusive. I'm sorry, that is abusive. That's just straight up abusive. Why would you put yourself through that kind of mess? Spend all that time and money, but you're afraid. How do you be afraid to talk to somebody that you spent some money with and say, "I need some help"? Well, I mean, I would help you, but I'm sorry, I got. My husband told me to stop talking to y'all and spending so much time with y'all. Okay, then cancel the daggone membership. Well, no, I'm not going to do that because my husband loved the money. I'm not going to do that because my wife and kids love the money. Give me my time that I paid for. Well, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't. We keep paying. Don't you dare let your credit card be declined, because if it is, I'm coming after your hind parts. Remember what I said. Remember that agreement you signed. It says that you're going to pay me. What? Oh yeah, you didn't realize that by my mentorship, that if you don't have the money in the account when I go, oh, I'm coming after you. I'm taking everything from you, but I ain't got time for you. Well, I know I'm not liked right now. Yeah, I know this probably get pushed out to. Hey, Griff is talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about you because people are tired of being taken advantage of. And until y'all start speaking up, see, y'all worrying about trying to band together against a signing company or a title company. Y'all need to band together against these daggone people just asking you for all this money to keep telling you unionize, but yet they ain't trying to start a union. Ain't none of them trying to start one. Ain't none of them putting together a plan to get you paid more. If you're spending more of your W-2 money to pay them for this help and this mentorship, and you're not making any money as an actual notary, and something's wrong. Something is completely, totally, and utterly wrong. If you, if you are spending more of your spouse's money to run this business, spending more of your spouse's money to pay them people for their support and help, but yet you can't get them on the phone. You can't even get an email back or a text message back. That's a problem. And it angers me that anybody is being taken advantage of like that. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. You said 100% correct, Grill. You could do a stand-up comedy show with this. What you're saying is funny because of how you say it and because it's true. Yeah. And like you said, it is abuse. I mean, you're being abused because you're being forced into paying money because they're telling you if you don't do this, you're going to be a failure or you are a failure in this business if you don't do it the way that I'm telling you to do it. But yet, so many of you have tried to do it that way and it don't work. I mean, if that's not abuse or you or considered fraudulent or somebody well, I never promised, but you gave me the impression that if I don't do it, then my life is worthless as a notary. So I'm doing it and it ain't working. Well, things are different in your area. Okay, well, why you didn't lead off with that? It's only different in my area after I come back complaining that the crap that you told me don't work. Oh, well, you should have took a little more time out and done some investigating and research and figured out that what I'm telling you is really only for me here in Southwest Louisiana, or it's only good for me over here in Northeast Colorado. It's only good for there. I mean, I was just sharing, my experience. I wasn't really expecting you to take me word for what I said. Oh God. Oh, how dare. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on now. You should be smarter than that. I mean, come on now. That's on you. I never said to take me at my word. I just told you, I was just sharing with you, some things. Okay, but you were sharing it to me and telling me to pay you $45 a month. And then you was also up here with all these people talking about how they did what you did and it's worked for them. And now that it ain't working for me, all of a sudden I'm Boo Boo the fool. You Yogi Bear and I'm and you constantly snatching picking at baskets, and then I go to help get one, and I'm the one. I'm Tom and Tom and Jerry. I'm Porky Pig. I'm Daffy Duck. I'm all the cartoon characters that keep falling on the cliff. I'm a Wile E. Coyote, buying stuff from the Acme Company from Walla Walla, Washington. I'm the fool here when I complained about some mess that you told me that basically worked for you and all these other people, but now it ain't working for me, and I'm the fool. Okay, okay, gotcha. They don't teach the nitty gritty of the actual job, which is how to notarize property. They teach marketing by giving donuts and coffee. Yeah, that is it, Kim. That is it. And also, thanks for being a member. That is it. That's all they're doing. And a lot of them have a marketing background and they know how to. And see, that's not me. You see how crazy I look? That is not me. Some people have a natural way of looking trustworthy when they fake smiling. I don't look trustworthy when I'm fake smiling. And I recognize who I am and my personality. So I don't go in there with that kind of stuff. I go in there and say, okay, what are the 5 problems that you're having with notaries that are outside of your organization when you need help? Oh, I'm here to find out because if I understand what issues you're having, then I can put together a plan to mitigate those issues when you work with me. If you so choose to work with me, I can come better prepared to ensure that you don't have those issues with me. Oh, well, I mean, it's really not 5, it's like really 3. Okay, what are they? Well, they all show up on time, but the problem is if the documents are late, then they act like they can't wait around, 45 minutes to an hour because, things just happen that way sometimes and it's just delays. And then they leave and then we're stuck trying to figure out who we're going to have for the closing. Okay, that's no problem. Solution, I will ensure that if you choose to use me, I will make sure that I give y'all a 3-hour window. 3-hour window. Okay. From the start of from the time we start, not from the time I get here, because I'm gonna get here beforehand. I'll probably get here 15, maybe 20 to 30 minutes early. Okay. Depending on how it is, I might just get here 15 minutes. But nonetheless, from the time the signing starts, I'll give you 3 hours. That should be more than enough time. Correct? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, what's the other one? Well, it seems like they're unorganized. They got paper spread all over the place. Don't worry. I'm very organized. I'm very meticulous. I'll make sure that everything stays in order and all of that. Okay, good. And I can't really remember what the third one was, but those are the 2 main ones. No problem. Problem solved. So when you're ready to you need a notary, feel free to give me a call and I will come in and I will ensure those 2 things don't happen on my watch. And as we're going through this process, if you see me doing something that reminds you of what think, just let me know and I can course correct right then and there. Thank you. That's my marketing. What's your problem? Here's the solutions that I believe can be implemented to fix that problem. What do you think? What's wrong with that? Not, I got some fresh water for you. How about this? I got some water for you. And I got some grapes. Oh, I can feed you all day long. Can't do a daggone thing for his notarizing. But boy, when you leave here with me, you'll be at least 3 pounds heavier. Oh, yeah. You won't even eat dinner tonight. I'll bring you all the Subway that you want. Every single document will get rejected when you go to record it. But hey, don't worry about that. You'll just have to spend money on some other notary who will probably offer you the same foods that I'm offering you because they took the same training that I did. And guess what? Their documents will get rejected too. But you're fed and you have something to take to your kids. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's going on. And y'all know this. And I've talked to signing company owners, and they know it. But it's so much money to be made out here that people are ignoring it and hoping that it'll just go away, and it will not. And it's getting worse. And then they're partnering with people who are making it worse. That's where the issue is. The people who are making it worse, the people who are making these promises, the whole mindset is, well, I don't want to mess with their money. Okay, them making money is screwing up the business. Every dollar they make is bringing in another notary who don't care about this business, who don't look at trying to do it right, and you got to struggle with them to ship the documents, scan the documents, even show up. That's why you got 18 pages of instructions, not because you're a bad notary, but because these TMCs out here keep attracting jacked up people who have no character. That's why. Yeah, I got laid off. Why did you get laid off? Oh, they were downsizing. How many the people they down? How many people they laid off that month? It was just me. And then they stopped the layoffs after I ding 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 ding. They did a layoff. Told yeah, everybody, we don't do layoffs. And the first person is Earl. And then after Earl, he gone. Layoffs over, y'all. Go back to work. They did a one person layoff, huh? I'm just saying. Folk getting laid off. Oh, yeah, we had a massive layoff. How many people left? Hey, Sharonda, after I left, how many people got? Oh, they stopped the layoffs after I left? And they hired 3 more people? Oh, the person doing my job and they getting paid $7 more? I thought they was doing. Oh, you gotta go. Okay, all right. Talk to you later. Bye. Mm, let's get not great. Good. Mm. Seeds. I like the grapes. I like grapefruit seeds. Any questions, y'all? I know I wasn't even supposed to try to be on here this long. I'm gonna be up late prepping these docs. Any questions before we close out here? Any questions, concerns, any comments, observations, anything? Just, I mean, again, as always, I'm here to help y'all out. And yeah, I know I'm taking a huge risk talking the smack that I'm talking. I know that there's some signing company owners that don't like this stuff that I'm saying. But if you work with me, you know I do good work. You know I'm going to do everything I can to follow my state laws as I based off of what I know. If you need me to go back, if you need me to stay up late, whatever, I will. If I make a mistake, I will get it fixed. So if you don't like the fact of what I'm saying, don't look at the fact of don't look at the fact that it's being said. That is what I'm saying true. And if it doesn't apply to you, there's no need to be offended. It's that simple. It's that simple. And if you understand what I'm talking about and you've seen it, then what's the plan to fix it? What is the plan to fix it? To me, the biggest plan is address these daggone address the elephant, gorilla, and grizzly bear that's in the room, which is poor training and unrealistic expectations. I mean, if you got somebody teaching people how to sneak around and read the closing disclosure and then call the people directly, that's a problem. You got companies now, and I saw it the other day, said do not put business cards in the your loan in the loan documents give them back. Then some people may not have an issue with that. There's a young lady I do some closings for. She has no problem with that. She's helping me to get more business. I just didn't have a business card that day. I got to order some more to do that this weekend. But there's some people that have a problem with that because that's a contractual agreement. See, what y'all forget is that the signing company and the title company have a contractual agreement to operate a certain way. So the title company says, signing company, I don't want this stuff being put in the closing documents. Do not put thank you cards. Do not put gift cards. Do not put business cards. Don't do that. Tell the notaries do not send follow-up emails and this, that, and the other, because all you're really doing is trying to circumvent the contractual agreement that they have, and you want that title company to pay you directly because you've been told by some trainer out there that this is how you get more money. Maybe at one time it worked for them, but it's not working for every single title company because they honor their contractual agreements. So what you're actually asking them to do is to violate their contractual agreement, which means you have no character and no ethics and no moral about you. That if you're actually going to a company who's in contractual agreement with another company and you're saying violate that and pay me directly so I can make more money. Now you tell me, trainer, mentor, coach, if I'm wrong about that. So as much as you may not like the stuff that I'm saying, you're teaching somebody to be unethical. And you ain't got a problem with that. And then you got organizations that's partnering with your hind parts and got you speaking for them, and they don't have a problem with that. But you swore an oath to follow your state's constitution and to do things right and to abide by your notary laws. But somebody told you, well, here's what you do. And you're supposed to, I know my worth. Your butt needs to be in Leavenworth. That's where you need to be at. And y'all know what Leavenworth is. That's where your hind parts need to be. Now, if I'm wrong, I mean, would you go for your son or daughter doing that stuff? Being told how to break the contractual agreement between two entities. Because that is actually what we're being told to do with some of this teaching. Give me some feedback on that statement that I just made. Somebody's telling you, go look on the third page of the closing disclosure. You'll see the name of the lender, the settlement people, real estate agent on the third page of, or the signature page, time primary, I keep saying third page, the signature page, the third page of the closing disclosure where you see the final numbers of money coming back to them or going from them. But on the signature page, it has that contact list. So some super smart, I guess, trainers, ooh, that's how you can call and get directly with them. And at some point in time, that was probably cool. But guess what? When you got thousands of notaries doing that, it becomes overwhelming. And it becomes a hassle because you cannot trust that every notary is going to do it with integrity. And really, it's not integrity, but do it with some decorum. That's the best way to say it. Be a little more professional about doing it. They're going to have some decorum about themselves when they go and try to sneak behind your back and steal your clients. You expect them to do it with a little bit more decorum, but no, they don't do it. They just come up in there and they be like, give me that order here. Nah. Now I saw that order you sent out there. Give it to me. Yeah, I ain't hitting no button talking about access. I'm calling you and I'm asking you to give it to me. Well, you got 15 other notaries doing the same daggone thing. Yo, I need that order. I mean, I'm trying to look. I'm a hustler and I just need that order. All right. I mean, it just came out. So why don't you give it to me? I mean, what's wrong with why y'all won't select me? What's up with that? Why ain't y'all picking? Now you're intimidating. Now you're scaring people. Now you're making people think you're gonna come at them. But you're worth you're worth $200. You ain't acting like it. Value placed on a person's character, actions, contributions. What are you contributing? Fear. Your actions, intimidation. Your character. I'm gonna beat you down if you don't get me a daggone order. I mean, why would somebody think anything else? Well, no, I'm just trying to get some. I'm just doing what my trainer said. And you didn't think that what your trainer's saying was borderline prison riot stuff? You sitting up here, yo, I mean, I'm calling you, so why don't you give me that order? Well, we have a process. I mean, I understand you got a process, but I'm calling you. Okay, I'm taking time out to call you. Okay, well, sir, I got other note people that I'm trying to work with. Oh, so it's like that now. Oh, okay, I see how y'all are. No, 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 no. The signing company ain't doing anything wrong because they got a process in order to select. You just don't like their process. No, the person that's wrong is your trainer who told you to do that crap. Said never thought of it like that. That's deep to say the least. Yeah. I mean, but yet I get so many, and I'm gonna just say it straight. I get so many young ladies in this business that talk about as a justification to run their mouth about the documents, meaning, oh, I'm explaining the documents and all that, as well as some guys, but more so the young ladies who talk to me, talk about, well, I'm a professional, I like to do things great with excellence and all this, that, and the other with the tapestries. And okay, but yet you're sneaking around behind the signing company's back trying to get their client. But then you just slap the taste out of your husband's co-worker mouth because you thought that when you was picking him up and she laughed and touched him on the shoulder that she was trying to push up on. Because no, you ain't mm, mm, mm. What taste? Woman done got the taste knocked out of her mouth because all she did was just tap your husband on the shoulder and you thought it was meaning something else. You got mad because your boyfriend or your girlfriend got some dude name for the Secret Santa, and she went and bought such and such, whatever it could be, and you got mad thinking that she messing with Jaquan, and now you upset. I found this gift under the bed for Jaquan. Who Jaquan is? Who Jaquan? Your coworker. Oh, so it's like that. Why you stepping out on me, girl? Why you be doing me like that, girl? See, I'm gonna do it from the black perspective. I don't know how white folk be doing it. Okay. I really don't. I don't know how white folk be dealing with that kind of stuff. But I know how black folk be doing it. No, and I don't care. The most sophisticated black dude, he could be educated from Yale, Harvard, and Princeton. But the moment he think his girl stepping out on, yo, nah, shorty, I need to know why you, nah, how you gonna do me like that, girl? I mean, all this stuff I done bought you, and you, baby, baby, I, I got the little Secret Santa thing here. See? No. You made that up. Brothers be, y'all know what I'm talking about. Sister be like, no, Now I wish a trick would buy my man something for some Secret Santa. But yet, you the first person as a notary sneaking around trying to get the title company to bypass their contractual agreement with the signing company and just select you. It don't take a rocket science to figure this stuff out. If you stop getting in your feelings, you will realize this. Huh, that's what this is. Is it right? Would you want somebody to do that to you? You get mad when somebody take your parking space. You knew I was parking there and you ready to go to blows with them over a parking space. And yeah, they took it from you. There was no doubt that was your parking space. You was already there for 3 minutes. You waited for the little old lady to back up. You had your blinker on and everything, and they came and took your parking space. Yeah, you hot. You hot. And you don't think somebody's supposed to be upset with you for trying to backdoor them and steal their client? And then you wonder why you're getting blacklisted. And these are the people who end up being these TMCs. People who did that crap, got caught, got banned, and now they want to train you. And they don't care whether it works or it's right because that's what they're making money off of you. And they, hey. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Do I have? Nope, I forgot. I spent my money earlier. Oh, my bad. All I got is coin. Hey, yeah, yeah. That's what some of these people are at. Oh, there it is. That's where these people are at. As long as they're making some money, they don't care. I know I'm supposed to end this. But all right, y'all. Let me go. I'm already in enough trouble with these folks. I don't care. If they don't like me, they don't like me. But here's the thing. This is one thing that I've learned. Whether I do YouTube or not, whether I'm out here talking this stuff, whether I'm even in the business as a notary, the issue's still there. They was there before I got in this business. They was there before I came on YouTube, and they're going to be there after I leave and after I get off of YouTube. So the solution isn't getting rid of Griff, because I know I've heard about that. Oh, we got to get Griff out of the business. Okay, take me out. But guess what? If there ain't nobody out here trying to talk some kind of common sense, leaving a foundation, leaving a legacy of information for people to say, to sit there like on Arsenio's house, that sometimes makes you go, to just think for a brief moment before you go running off at the mouth talking about, I know my worth. Wait a minute, what am I actually being taught from these people? You need to start questioning them and stop questioning the signing company. You need to question what you're being taught and is it even valid and correct? So getting rid of me ain't the solution. It's getting rid of bad training, bad information, bad advice. You get rid of that. And I'm not saying it from the standpoint like all my, this is just how I'm just looking at it. And if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it needs to be said. Just like I was listening to a little bit of Cam Newton and Corey Holcomb talk, and they said certain things need to be talked about. It's unpopular and people don't like you talking about it because it makes them feel a certain way, but it don't mean that it can't be talked about or shouldn't be talked about. You may not agree with it, but there's some people that need to have this conversation. Some people need to hear this conversation. So that's why I do what I do. Because the conversations that are going on out there right now aren't putting notaries in the right mental space to conduct this business. It's been very hurtful for a lot of notaries financially and for signing companies, title companies, and lenders. I'm just sharing what I see, what I've been hearing. Take it for what it's worth. If I'm wrong, then hey, I'm more than willing to come on here and have you explain to me where I'm incorrect at with facts, figures, and all of that. And if what you're saying to me is actually proven, it's like, okay, I got it wrong, then hey, course correct, and I'll follow your lead. If the way it's supposed to be done is to tell people all this stuff and to backdoor and steal clients and to make people pay me 40, 50, $30, whatever a month for some junk information just to make them feel good, you show me that that's the right thing to do, and then I'll do it too. I'll do it. I am more than willing to have a conversation. And I think the conversation should be had publicly. I'm saying these statements publicly, so I feel as though I should be corrected publicly. But if you don't want to correct me publicly, then don't talk smack about me privately. And even if you don't use my name, do it publicly. Talk smack about me publicly. Just prove to me what I'm sharing is wrong. Show me what's right, and I will champion that. I promise you, I will. I will champion that. I will be the first one to admit, hey, here's where I was wrong at. This is now I've been educated and corrected. Now, this is the direction we need to go. Because this is what everybody wants to know. The one thing I can say with certainty, everybody wants to know what is the correct way to do what we're doing as notaries. That's what everybody really wants to know. They want to know what is the correct way to do what we're supposed to be doing as notaries. Not just, just go do it, but is that the correct thing to do? Because if it is, I'm fine with it. But if it's not, why would you tell me to do that? That's the thing. Let me read this. It says, in my opinion, what the TMCs are teaching misses the target, and the actual notary class given by the state is insufficient as well. Correct. I agree. I'm not a dumb person, but both have left me hanging. That is correct. That is correct. So if the state step their game up and some have and properly educate you and teach you what you need to know, there's no reason for you to have to lean on somebody who has no desire and it's not their business model to help you to be a better notary. What they say is, I'm going to teach you how to be a better business person. I'm going to teach you how to scale up your business. But as I always say, they're trying to tell you how to get more business without you understanding or even knowing how to do the business. The worst thing you can tell somebody, oh, I'm get married. I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna talk to you about how to get you a girl so you can get married, get you a dude how you can get married. But then the marriage fails because there's nobody there to help them through the marriage. Some people are able to figure it out, but others aren't. So if you have parents or grandparent, even if it's just a single one parent that can help guide you through the rough times of your union, you're all the better. But when you don't have any guidance in the thing that actually matters, it's not the wedding that matters. It's the marital part that matters. It's the part where y'all together on a day-to-day basis. It's understanding each other, not getting jealous when somebody is spending a little time doing this versus sitting there with you all day, every day. Like that situation where the woman talking about my husband lost his job, so I dumped him. She walked away from him. Young black lady, I left him. Had somebody taught her how to handle adversity? Because that's all this tells me is that she doesn't know how to handle adversity. She's afraid of adversity, so she's going to run away from it. That's simple. When an individual doesn't know how to handle adversity, when it comes, what do? They run. They run from it. They don't know how to take it head on. But I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I'm going to all of the conferences. But then the moment the smallest little hiccup, interest rates went up it went up 7.7 tenths of a point. The notary career is over. That's it. Bye-bye. Oh, the state capitol is closed and they're on appointment only. But I can't do apostilles now. You get what I'm saying? The moment something happens, it's over. What's the next little scam? I mean, what's the next little scam? I mean, the next little business thing I can do out there. That's what people are doing. The slightest little. Mm-mm. So if you can't handle any kind of hiccup in your marital or just dating type of relationship, you're gonna run every single time something comes up in your business. You can't handle it. It's that simple. That is the truth of the matter. You can't handle it. Just like the movie Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. So y'all got some decisions to make. And feel free to share this with other people. Again, I wasn't expecting to be on 2 hours. I honestly wasn't. But I think it was needed. So after all I've said here, I hope you understand that, yes, you can be paid what you feel you need to be paid, provided you understand what worth is You understand how people are determining your worth and value to them for what they're willing to pay you for, and you're willing to actually execute it. You're actually willing to put it into action. If you're able to do that, then you're good. So, in other words, as it says here, knowing is not enough. We must apply. When you are able to apply all of this so called knowledge that you have, then you can roll. The problem is the knowledge that you've gained about this business probably isn't truly applicable for the people that you're marketing yourself to. Oh man, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah. You got knowledge, you're marketing to people, but it ain't applicable. You got your little line to talk to the girl, but your life ain't applicable because you got a 200 credit score. You ain't got no job. You still live with your mama them. And you catching a Gruber to where not a Uber, but a Gruber, the ghetto version of the Uber. You can't apply anything because you don't have anything. How you gonna take care of me, baby? I love you. Okay, look, how you gonna take care of me? How you gonna provide for me? That's all the companies want to know. How are you going to provide for us? We need a notary to do this. Can you do that? Well, I can market. I can do some Canva. Can you use your daggone notary stamp properly? Oh, that's what this is called? Oh, oh. How do you use that? Like that. Oh, that's what. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I just been drawing a notarial certificate. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right, party people. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for like, sharing, commenting. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Great Fritter Friday. Love it. Check out the outro. Talk to y'all later. Peace.